I have seen a few questions on Microsoft's MTA about encryption key management, and so let's learn a few things about that. First of all, public keys in asymmetric encryption are usually managed by certificates. Now, certificates can be, they are an electronic file, first of all, that validates that, that the certificate and that the keys are correct and that they actually are owned by who we say they are owned by. Usually I would buy one of these things from something called a certificate authority. VeriSign, for example, is a common example of it. Now, that certificate authority would validate who I am and that I am a legitimate owner of that certificate. And then they would distribute my public key rather than me distributing my public key. By the way, they have a set of standards by which they do all this to make sure it's all on the up and up, and that set of standards is called the PKI, or the Public Key Infrastructure. So you should be aware of that term because it could come up. It's maintained by a number of servers that all interact with each other to make sure that current certificates are current and that they haven't been revoked and that they are from a legitimate user and that kind of thing. By the way, it is not uncommon in the workplace for keys to be backed up and archived by somebody called a key escrow agent. So you probably should know that term, a key escrow agent. Somebody in the organization who is responsible for maintaining keys, taking care of the certificate authorities, and doing their interaction with them, and so on. Now, it is also possible for me as a server owner to issue my own certificates, but that means that the computers in my organization have to be set up to trust those certificates rather than the ones that are already set up inside of Microsoft that they trust from certain certificate authorities.